everybody. Welcome to the inaugural episode of Kickback Conversations. And I know you guys at this point when they're like, what is a kickback, right? Some people don't know what a kickback is, you know, you're there, right? So a kickback is a get-together, right? When you get together with your friends, your new friends, you have a ball, you have some great music, it's a great vibe, you have some jokes, have some, you know, very interesting, entertaining conversation, and you really have fun. Might be some beverages of choice, some food. You know, it's a kickback, right? And the person who invites you to that kickback, you always be like, man, when you gonna do this again? And they're always like, I don't know. So you can count on us on a weekly basis to be your kickback. I'm here with the resident homie, DK.
Hey.
What's going on, DK? All right, so we are so excited to be here. We're excited to have you guys. And we want to just delve into some topics as we get along that no one talks about, or maybe you talk about a lot of times when you're going to brunch with your homegirls, when you're out with your friends, and maybe you guys haven't really had some deeper discussion on it. So we're going to really delve deeper into it. So we got our holiday, you know.
I'm a ninja.
She's a ninja, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not a ninja, all right. And I believe in true friends. So I got the friends.
Oh, I just got that.
Yeah, throwback.
You really did.
I believe in the friends because, you know, we're kicking this kickback off. You got to have your true friends,
yeah.
Right? You know? That's a whole new thing. We're going to do a show on that later on, too, about what Drake says with no new friends. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's messed up, you know? You need some new friends out here.
I understand him a little bit.
Right?
I guess.
So, guys, we're so excited again to have you guys, and we're going to have some fun with this. So, definitely, you know, subscribe, check it out. We're going to be everywhere where you can receive your podcast. So, you know, this is going to be a lot of fun times. So, Merry Christmas, you know. I know Christmas is coming up right around the corner for you. And we want to just jump right into that to ask a very serious question that a lot of people have asked me. They say, Brandon, listen, I like this young lady, or I like this dude, but I don't know if it's too soon for, you know, it to be, you know, my holiday bae, right? You know what I mean? Like, not just holiday bae, like, they can, like, kick it during the holidays, but literally, are we going to bring this person home for the holidays? So I'm going to turn to DK real quick and get the lady's point of view. What do you feel? What do you feel like is the right time to bring home somebody for the holidays?
I mean, I think the answer could totally differ. It really does depends on how you feel about the person. I brought someone home quickly. Okay. I've dated someone for a while who hasn't met my friends like at all. So It depends. Do I have like a soul tie to this person? Is this person gonna really mean something to me in my life? So I think it just really kind of depends on that feeling.
Okay. So the feeling. So can you give us an example of a time where you did and then didn't? And you didn't, yeah. Yeah.
So I would say my last serious relationship. Okay. We moved real quickly.
You said serious. Wait. She said serious.
Okay.
One serious was not enough.
So I guess we could get to the time where I didn't bring someone home for the holidays. Yeah. We were dating for like 6 months. It was cool. We had interest. We traveled. But I knew that person was not my one. Oh. So there was no reason for me to bring them home to my family, for my family to meet, for then my nephews to want to get attached to a person, to be like, oh, where's this person going to come around again? Because, you know, I like to date fun people. So my nephews are going to really
fun, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I say my last serious. Okay. And so if I would say that was like a couple of years ago, and we were dating, things you could tell they were moving quickly. We were having those conversations that really showed your vulnerabilities. Those conversations where you don't really talk about those things with everyone.
Yes.
It was that true, like I say, soul tie, where you feel like connected to a person where you don't know why, but you know this is going to be more than what it is. Okay. And so
let's stop there, because I think that's an important point. So you, in your mind, you feel like there are certain conversations you have to have with that person before you say, you know what, I'm comfortable inviting them into my family space and meeting my parents and family and you know, siblings and grandma and them, you know. So what are some of those conversations that you feel like you have to have beforehand?
It's even me feeling safe. So I think everyone has their own thing. And my thing is I need to feel safe in a relationship. Okay. And so if I feel safe to be able to share my vulnerabilities, because I am not a naturally vulnerable person, which is weird because I can have like these kind of deep conversations with like, complete strangers if I wanted to. But when it really comes to like one-on-one with the person and really kind of getting to like a therapy session almost, like where I'm willing to kind of shed my outer self to a person.
So you're saying that the person on the subway knows way more about you than some of your exes?
Yes, and maybe a specific topic or a specific area. Okay. Like I feel like if me sharing my story helps you get along your journey, then I'll share that part of my life and story with you.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. So you're saying, certain questions, certain comfort level, you have to feel safe. And I hear that word a lot from the young ladies. I want to feel in a safe place to be able to go forward, right? To go forward on, meeting that person and doing this and doing that, whatever step it may be, I got to feel safe, right? And we know that goes back into like women, wanting to feel like men are protecting them. And it's not only protecting you physically, but protecting your vulnerabilities, the person you are, those kind of things, right? Yeah. Yeah. So what did that person that you allowed to go home with you, how did he make you feel safe?
I think he kind of showed his cards before I showed mine. Okay. And showed me what his vulnerabilities or what areas he lacked in. And then so if we tie it back to bringing people home for the holidays, I think there's also a difference. Like if you live within the same area as your family, it makes it a little bit, a twinge easier than let's say now we gotta travel together. Like that becomes like a whole new thing that you have to think about.
And where are they staying?
Exactly. Right? Where are they staying? What are you doing? And I think in our particular case, his family was local, and oddly enough, his cousins were all dating someone new at the same time. Oh. And so one of the cousins had let's have a kickback. Yeah, let's have a kickback to kind of introduce all the new significant others to each other. So it was his cousin had this like kickback, and we all kind of introduced each other. We all met each other, and it was only a few weeks in. Okay. And so that's when I was like, oh, he introduced me to his family. Like,
so you're good. You're like, I'm good, bro.
Like, good. Like he's not just bringing any girl home. Like I'm good. And then I think I got tricked into. I will say I was tricked into him coming home for the holidays with me. Okay. I don't necessarily regret it, but it happened quickly. We were probably only dating a month and a half before he came home for the holidays with me.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So you really felt like you were in a safe place then? A month and a half.
A month and a half.
I mean, if you listen to Steve Harvey, that's enough time. That's the 90-day rule.
And I
but we don't listen to Steve. God bless you.
I would never bring anyone home for the holidays. I've never brought anyone home for the holidays. So that's why my family knew it was something. I felt it.
Okay. So they knew it was like, wow, this is something very unique, different. Yeah. When they met him, did they feel that he was unique and different?
They were really surprised because it wasn't like the typical person I would go for, and I think maybe that was part of the reason I was attracted to him, because he was more quiet, he was more reserved, he was much more nerdy than I would typically go for. I was stepping out of that box. That's why I was like, maybe this is the one, because it's different.
90 days, home for the holidays, we about to do this. So I feel like that's an important point. How people actually think about it, and like what's the progression point of like, hey, like when do I actually feel comfortable taking someone home for the holidays? Because I think for men and women it's a little different, right? Yeah. I think, well, first of all, I remember when I went, home with somebody for the holidays, and it was I think it was it Thanksgiving or Christmas? I can't remember. It was it was Christmas, and I remember her cousins. They were younger, like maybe in their 20s at the time, and they were like, one of them had like got a gun for Christmas. And he was like,
hey, where the story's going.
He was like, hey, man, I want to show you something, one of my Christmas gifts. I was like, yeah, bro, what's up? What we gonna see? He was like, yeah, I want to show you that, just in case, you harm my cuz here, it's gonna be me and you. I'm like, whoa, how did we get here, bro? Yeah. We were just listening to Silent Night, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Everybody's having a good time. Like, so I think sometimes for guys especially, it can be a threatening thing where the other men in the family want to like assert hey, you know, don't act stupid, don't mess with, you know, it's like that thing. Because I think men also know that once a guy comes home, to your point, that woman is like, whoa, that's a big step. So buddy might be around for a little bit, you know what I mean? So I think that's a big thing for speaking on behalf of guys, that it can be very, very like, but the feeling I always tell people that I think that's really good is to be excited, but to be nervous. I don't think there's anything wrong with being nervous.
He definitely was nervous. It's funny. I told him, like, he knew he was going to have to sit down and answer questions for my family. My family took it to the extreme. Like,
what they do?
They basically put him, like, in a seat in, like, the living room, and he was, like, on display. And I was so surprised because he'll have, like, a little social anxiety, but he was able to, like, answer the questions. He was practicing them in his head like he knew what questions he was going to get. Yeah, my family was doing too much.
Your family was like, and on April 18th, where were you at 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
You know, he was like, I don't know. Like,
and I learned something about him that day, and I'm like, you could rise to the occasion. And it made me like really like him even more.
So they actually had my man in like a chair.
No, he literally was.
Could he have water or?
Yeah, but that's funny. It was like he had like a water, and he was in the chair and like literally facing the audience.
Wow.
It's really what it is. Like my grandmother, my aunts, my great uncles, like everybody.
And see,
in my grandmother's living room.
See, grandmas and great aunts and them, they don't play. Yeah. And like I was talking to somebody about this the other day. Some people reach a certain age in their life, and y'all know this, that they just say whatever they want to say.
I can't wait to get to that age.
They don't care. They're not trying to, you know, they're not trying to kiki and all that. No. Nah, I'm going to say what I want to say. You going to like it or you going to love it. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
So I know they was asking some real questions. They weren't asking like where you from. They was asking you like, so what's your credit score, baby? Like, you know, like some serious stuff, huh?
Yeah, like what's your intentions? What was your last relationship? Why didn't it work? What did you do?
Like, what did you do? What did you do, Michael? What did you do? He was like, my name's not Michael. I don't even know Michael.
So pretty much, it's funny how you were just kind of going into the story, though, about basically men entering into a woman's household in a sense to meet their family. I think it's interesting because over the holidays, I feel like, especially like this one cousin, he will bring a different woman every holiday. You'd be like, what happened to the last one? So I think, you know, it really depends. Some people are really open to my family can meet anybody. And there's some who take it a little more seriously, hence why I never brought someone home for the holidays, so my family decided to.
So we call that the Something New guy. Remember the movie Something New with Sanaa Lathan? And I think Donald Faison was her brother. And every time they saw him, he had somebody new, right? Like, you know, and they were like, bro, wasn't that Keisha? Nah, that's not Keisha. This is Carol. Like, so it's one of those things that, you know, I think that can be very unique. So I'm going to like shift a little bit to how people, you know, I think right now we have a lot of like holiday parties going on too. And how people actually feel bringing somebody to your holiday party. So that new person. So I think that's a different dynamic, right? Because because you're bringing somebody home. You got to deal with aunties and them and grandmas and them and everybody gonna like grill them. But I feel like when you're bringing somebody to a holiday party, they represent you in a different way.
Yeah, and I'm crazy about my career, so it's kind of like being this career professional, and they're not going to be as forgiving as my family would
Not at all.
So I really do think about that. And for instance, earlier this year, I brought my best friend because I was just like, ooh, I don't know. This is my new job. I've been working here all of a few weeks. Like, I need to put my best foot forward.
Well, your best friend is always a safe pick, right?
And that's what I did.
Yeah, but see, here's my thing. Like, I remember talking to a lady years ago, and she told me she'd been married to her husband for like 25 years, and he never went to a holiday party. Like,
because she was embarrassed, or
she was like, because he's ghetto. She was like, no, I can't bring him because he's going to embarrass me, and I can't have that. So what do you feel about that?
Oh, that I feel like it's your partner. Like, you have to take the good and bad with that person, and one comes in conversation with like, hey, can you kind of not do X, Y, and Z while we're here? But I truly believe in living your authentic self.
Absolutely.
And so if you're not living your authentic self, and your authentic self is your ghetto husband, like, you're hiding something.
So ladies, don't hide your ghetto husband. Bring Craig, okay? Craig, I know Craig gonna be like, where the shrimp at? Like, where the catfish nuggets at?
But I'm telling you, Craig is gonna have that conversation with someone about the shrimp, and it's gonna be the highest person at the highest level. And now they joking around together, and now you have it in because Craig used his little self to get you squeezed in.
Craig is gonna put them up on a lot of game, and they gonna take notes at the table, like. And that's how you do it, right? Yeah. So you don't know how that interaction will go. But see, you embarrassed by Craig. Let Craig live. Let him live. I'm saying that, you know, but I'm a little embarrassed. I'm like, I don't know how that would be though if I had my wife. I couldn't bring my wife to my holiday party. Though.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like that would be crazy, like on so many levels. Because I know I used to be like, it was a running joke. I used to be the like resident guy to go to my like single female friends holiday party. Like I was safe. They were like, listen, we know Brandon, he is not gonna act up. He gonna look the part. He gonna say, how you doing? Good to meet you. He's gonna, everybody's gonna be cool. And he's not gonna get me fired, right? Yeah. That's the whole thing. Or he's not gonna make me look bad. Matter of fact, one of my friends, not to hold you, one of my friends I got promoted.
See, that's all
I'm telling you, because I was like, they didn't see her value, and I was like, let me tell you something. DK, it wasn't DK, but I'm just gonna say, she's amazing. I'm telling you, she's working. They're like, wow, I didn't even know she did that in her past. I was like, yeah, she's very humble about everything. But I think you guys, if there are opportunities to add, to the company and to the infrastructure, I think she should be the person to do it. Man, she got a promotion.
Yo,
she didn't send me a gift card though. I was kind of upset about that though. I was like,
something.
You know what I mean? Like
something nice.
Like, can I get like a?
Can I take you to have you to dinner?
Yeah. Something. But it's fine. The Lord knows. So yeah. So do you feel like that's a very like a more intense place than bringing somebody home?
Yes.
Okay.
I think bringing someone to my work function is more intense than bringing someone home because, like I said, I have fought for my career and just being a woman, being a minority woman, there's just certain perceptions that are surrounded around us. And it's funny when you talk about like a really safe plus one.
Yes.
I feel like I met my neighbor and he's like my safe plus one because I'm like, hey, I got these tickets to a soccer match. Like, do you want to go? Like, I know he's not gonna.
He can blend. He can blend well. Yeah, he can blend well.
Yeah.
And I think that's important too, because I mean, even females. There's some females I know that I wouldn't take to a holiday event. I'd be like,
So you want to date her like in private? That's rude.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I gotta keep it 100 out here. I'm like, but see, we all know most of us are looking for people who, to the bigger point, who can go and fit into our whole lives, right? So I think some people are very limited. They have I call it like they just have a very like simple life. You know what I mean?
I hope this doesn't take you another direction. And sorry to cut you off, but I think in those situations where it's like safe and then you have that person that you're willing to bring someplace, because like I said, my last year's relationship, if you looked on the outside, we were perfect on paper, and when we were in public, we were perfect in public, but behind like closed doors, I wasn't really happy. So it's one of those things where it's just like, you can have that perfect plus one out there, but are you really happy? So
that's true.
I'm not out here trying to live that facade no more.
Nah, and I don't want that. I don't care how happy you make me outside and everything. It's about when we're together and can we be silly around each other? Can we just have real conversations and all that? Like that, all that, flossing in public, like we're not for that, So no, I think that's important. But I'm just saying overall, I feel like I want somebody that I could take home, not only to a holiday party, take to a holiday party in corporate America, not only take to my family's, Christmas or what have you, but I want somebody I can go to the cookout with and the gala with.
Yeah.
That's a different person. Cause some people are real good with spades. And they be like, yo, that girl Keisha you brought, she was good with the spades. Like, the way she made that, like she had everybody, she taught us to wobble. Again, we weren't doing it right. Like, but then Keisha might not be able to go, to the gala. Like she might be feeling out of her element, you know? But then Veronica might be the different way. She's good at the gala. But when she goes to cookout, she's not really comfortable.
You have to be open to know that even though you think a person may be one way, they can surprise you.
All right, so I think we'll close out with saying, I think that we're both saying you have to get to a certain point that you feel comfortable before you invite somebody to your holiday party, to your invite them home with you.
And there's no timeline. That's my whole thing.
Yes, there's no timeline.
No timeline.
No.
It's like a feeling.
I'm not a big timeline guy.
Yeah.
I feel like timelines get us in trouble a little bit because, like, I remember like the whole like 90-day rule that Steve Harvey did years ago, and I remember the movie scene.
I mean, I read the book. I was like, "Ooh, this is what we're supposed to be doing."
Did you really learn from it though?
A little bit until I realized, like, Steve Harvey, please go ahead with yourself.
I feel like most of them they read it, it was like, "Wow, this is deep," but then a week later they were like, "I kind of learned all this already. I just didn't like, you know." I am
not a sports fish,
right? So, I mean, you know, no offense, Steve Harvey, you know,
yeah,
keep up the good work, brother. But
pick up the podcast.
Yeah, pick up the podcast. We'll have us on. Well, you know, one of the shows. I know you got on 17. But the thing about it is, I think that in all, I think that it has to get to a comfortable point where you're saying, you know what, I want to move forward with this person. And I think that you see that person in your future. It's not somebody you're just having fun with, kicking it with. You know, you're literally like, yo, I can see this person in my future. We connect on several different levels, and we're progressing and we can grow, right?
Boom.
So, yo, we just gave it to y'all. That's how you really get to the point where, you know what, you can actually bring that person home this holiday. And Christmas is literally, you know, right around the corner here. And New Year's right around the corner. I know y'all thinking about who you're going to, you know, toast with and when the ball drops and all that. I know. I'm giving you some good tips on this, and DK to switch you up too. So, also, in the spirit of the Christmas theme right now, I feel like for the culture, we have to establish like 5 songs.
Okay.
5 songs that everybody should be playing, and you got to keep these traditions alive, right? I'm gonna tell you right now, my 5. In no order. We can debate each one as we go along. All right. So my 5 is number 1 out the box. Silent Night, The Temptations.
Okay, Silent Night was on mine. I'm gonna be okay with that.
It's on yours?
Yeah. I'll be okay with that.
All right, cool. Okay. Silent Night. Let me tell you.
Seriously, things a lot. Boom, right there. Silent Night.
See, okay. All right, we verified it. All right. Silent Night, I think the special quality about Silent Night is it has 2 things that, like, brothers, I'm saying as far as brothers, like, we wanted to be. Like, brothers always wanted to hit that high note, and that dude would hit the high note Silent Night, and we always want to hit the low note, right? And the low note, we love that because we call y'all the low note. You know, brothers don't be calling y'all, like, talking like, I'm talking to y'all right now. We call y'all this, hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? All right, hold on. Hey, what's going on? Can I talk to Keisha? Why do we lower our voice that much?
I don't know. I'm like, hey.
But y'all love it, right?
Yeah.
Silent Night. So what's on your next one?
Another one. So I'll go like a different direction, but still like old school. Eartha Kitt, Santa Baby. I don't know why, but it's just
Santa Baby, Eartha Kitt.
You want to like tiptoe around the house and be like really cute for the holidays. Yeah.
Okay.
Santa Baby.
It's playful. Right?
It's playful, yes. That's why I like it.
I just don't think most people even know what I'm telling you, somebody right now who's watching this podcast does not know who Eartha Kitt is. 21 or over, you don't know who Eartha Kitt is.
They may not know who Eartha Kitt is, but they heard Santa Baby.
Definitely.
They did.
It's playful, though. It's like a little playful kind of, okay. Mm-hmm. All right. My next one out the box. Oh, man. It's for the lovers, right? Luther Vandross every year.
I almost put that on.
Every Christmas. My man was like, listen, I don't care. I'm not going to hold you. I'll be here waiting. You know, I'm not trying to be out here. Yeah. Every year, every Christmas. Year. He was like, just come right here. I'm here. That's like for the lovers. I feel like Christmas is such a beautiful time. And, you know, we celebrate the birth of Christ. And we celebrate just being with family and friends and loved ones and everything. But I think, you know, the thing that we don't often see is like that, just like romance. Like Luther brought the romance into Christmas, but he brought it smooth though. Yeah. With the first line, I don't know how much. You know, so I'm gonna go with that one. What's your next?
I think in every Black Christmas movie that I watch, and even in my household, I'm gonna go with This Christmas, Donny Hathaway.
Donny Hathaway, This Christmas. Is that This Christmas is not.
This Christmas.
Oh, okay. Now, see, that's so funny you mentioned that. Because I feel like this Christmas, for this next generation, they feel like the best one is Chris Brown's version.
But
I'm not saying it is.
Listen, it's you know, there's always that debate. I like that version too, but however, there was always a foundation. You gotta respect the people who laid the foundation for it.
Oh, Donny Hathaway's a classic. I'm not gonna hold you. Like,
I didn't know if you were fighting me on that one, but to appease the people, we'll put it like a half.
Yeah, Donny Hathaway's a classic. Like, Donny Hathaway is the man.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like Chris Brown has put out more songs this year than Donny Hathaway has put out in his career. Chris Brown is a song-making machine.
Mm-hmm.
While we've been on this podcast, Chris Brown, he's recorded 3 songs.
No, he just had a baby.
And did 2 features.
He just had a baby. So
the baby's probably there. He probably rocking the baby in the studio making songs.
He might put the baby on as producer credit, so the baby has to be fun when he gets over.
I'm saying, Breezy, whatever you think about him, one thing you gotta say, the brother be working. You know, he works. So, all right, my next one would be, and this has to be on the list because it just makes you want to see snow on Christmas. It's "Let It Snow" by Boyz II Men. Let It Snow?
Yes. It's funny. It's on my list.
Let It Snow.
No, it is on my list. It is on my list. But Boyz II Men had a lot of different songs. I'm going to give it to you only because Let It Snow is on my list.
Ooh, Let It Snow.
You told me like to think about a top 10, so it was like in the top 10. I don't know if I really wanted it in my top 5, but yes, all right.
Man, Wanya and them, I call Wanya and them because that's like, you know, we close like that. They killed that song. Like, it's a part of the, like...
But I think maybe you're thinking about it from the perspective of living on the East Coast. So right now, the holidays feel a little bit weird to me because for Thanksgiving, I actually spent it in Colombia. It is the weirdest thing. And Colombia, the country, not the city.
I know. I was like, this is Colombia? Everybody did. We in DC.
So spending it, you know, I was on a beach Thanksgiving Day, and so I'm not used to that cold. So
okay, minor plug.
It made me
humble brag. I see you.
So it made me start to think about what the holidays may look like for people who are not on the East Coast. So you're coming from you want to see some snow on Christmas Day.
But Let It Snow makes you want to see snow.
Makes you want to see snow.
You know what I mean?
I'm okay with being in Bali or somewhere. So
ain't this about it? All right. All right, what you got next?
Okay, so it was hard for me to pick one, so I'm just gonna go with like the whole Jackson 5. Like,
you gotta pick one. You gotta pick one.
Okay, if I go to my list to see what,
because Jackson 5 literally has one of the best Christmas albums in history.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's I wanted to let the young people know too.
Yes.
That just listen to the whole album. I'm gonna go then with Santa Claus Is Coming to Town.
I'm with you.
Santa Claus.
I'm with you. See, we on that. Yeah. See that song, the way Michael sings that, and shout out to my nephew Gabriel. He sounds like a young Michael Jackson. Shout out Gabriel. I'm telling you, like, it literally like that when he sings that song, it just like makes you like excited. You know what I mean? Like,
it makes me just really believe in Santa Claus.
Yeah, even though he's not real. Sorry, kids.
Should have disclaimer out there.
But they're grown now. We have to grow up. You know, life is hard. But no, I think Santa Claus Coming to Town. I think Mommy Kissing Santa Claus 2.
So I was thinking that. That's what I'm saying. That's why I threw the whole Jackson 5 album out there. But you made me pick, and this is where we're at.
Mommy Kissing Santa Claus it's like a classic, and it's disrespectful.
It like, was Mom, scandal of the day.
Yeah, like Mom, what are you doing kissing Santa Claus? Like he got a whole life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mrs. Claus is back home knitting sweaters in the North Pole, and you out here kissing her man when he working?
And you got that.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that's a reality show back in the day.
It is.
If you really think about it, Mrs. Claus is, she was the real MVP because she held it down. She took him back. She said, "Look, you was out here kissing Michael Jackson's mother, and we don't appreciate it. But I'm gonna take you back because you're a good man, and we out here on the North Pole."
So we've been agreeing a little bit here. So what was or was that 5?
My final one is it's pretty hard to argue this one. It's Mariah Carey.
Oh, we're in agreement. It's because you know what? I saw a meme that says like Mariah Carey really owns Christmas, and I kind of believe it a little bit.
That song, "All I Want for Christmas Is You," and I think is it in Love Actually too?
Huh?
Love Actually, the movie. I think it's in Love Actually, which is one of my favorite Christmas movies. Shout out, all of my friends in London. Love Actually is an amazing Christmas movie, and I think it's in that movie, but if I'm not mistaken. But DK's never seen it. So.
First of all, I have seen it. I love. First of all, the holidays.
Hugh Grant.
Holiday movies are my favorite simply because there's just like this fantasized romance that goes along with it. So
okay. So what's your last one?
A last one that see, like I said, I hate being put on the spot, but I'm gonna go with. We literally listed all the ones. So the last one that's on my list that we have not talked about.
You going with Tree Daddy this Christmas? No, man.
Oh. Okay, if we go that route, I will say, and maybe it's because of my household.
Okay.
So my dad, my uncles, everyone was basically like players their whole entire life until they found God and they changed their lives and they became new men. But Christmas time, they want to remember who.
We got a whole show on that.
That is true.
Her dad was out here in the streets and they was like, but I found Jesus.
So and so I'm gonna go with a little James Brown. It always plays in my household at least. And so I'm gonna go Santa Claus Goes Straight to the Ghetto.
Santa Claus goes straight to the ghetto.
But it's ghetto. It's a James Brown.
Yeah.
You know, my uncle get his feet moving. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, Uncle James.
He had a little too much eggnog. He says eggnog.
No, he's a preacher now. He don't drink that eggnog.
All right now.
Yeah, I told you. I just said they were saved.
Woo! Uncle said, I don't do it like that. I used to. I'm a change man. Check out the range man. All right. So I think we have a good list. Hopefully you guys will comment in the feed to help us get a list together that we can have a 5. Then we gotta pass this down. I feel like these young kids don't know. Like Donnie Hathaway, they think that Chris Brown created this Christmas. I bet you they know that. They think that he didn't do it. You know, we love you, Breezy. You know how to do a lot of stuff, but you didn't create it. All right. So the last thing I would like to say is, what are some of the like annual like holiday kickbacks that you enjoy, and what elements of those like annual holiday kickbacks make that really dope and really special? Like I feel like, because even when we were younger, like Friendsgiving, I feel like our generation kind of created Friendsgiving.
Yes, we did, which I love.
Yeah, and like I feel like we didn't, like I didn't, my mom's generation, my dad's generation, they didn't have Friendsgiving. It was Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But we have Friendsgiving now. We like giving love to like the friends kickback during Thanksgiving time. So like, what are some of the holiday things that you like as far as annually as your friends get together and have that kickback? What are those elements?
I think one thing, we actually didn't do it this year. It's weird because, you know, your friends start to move away, like things start to happen. But for a good chunk of time, we were doing Secret Santa.
Secret Santa.
We were doing Secret Santa, and it was, we would get together and it would be a onesie party. So, and you know, we had a mixed crowd, guys and girls. Oh,
shoot. Y'all had a pajama jam. What's a onesie party? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pajama jam, but the requirement was it didn't have to be a onesie.
Oh. Okay.
And so I think that was like just super dope because you would also see the uniqueness in the gift giving of who it may have been, or even how it was wrapped. Because I remember one year how this one gift was wrapped, and we all knew who the present was going to, only because they had like those little airport plane liquor bottles wrapped around it, and we were like, oh, we know whose gift that is. It's the person who likes to drink the most. But but different things like that.
Okay. So for me, I always love game time. Like,
oh my gosh, a good game night.
Let me tell you, I am super competitive.
Me too.
Super, like I tell people flat out, if you on my team with Taboo, you're a winner. If you're not going to win. I'm going to tell you. And I talk trash. People are mad with me after, like, on the other team, but then we become friends again. But, yeah, I just love, like, I mean, the Taboo and all those different games that you can really play and get competitive with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I love a good games night.
So y'all excuse me, I'm playing a little hurt, you know what I'm saying? The brother got a little tickle in the voice, but we gonna keep it pushing, keep it moving, keep it going. So are any other elements that you feel like encompass a great kickback around the holidays?
A great kickback during the holidays. I mean, I used to just throw random holiday parties at my house and like just decorate. So whether it was like a decorating party, which I have not put anything up this year. It's really sad, but listen, like I said, being in Colombia for Thanksgiving has like kind of ruined my holiday.
We get it. You was in Colombia for Thanksgiving. We get it. While we was up here just being cold. She was in Thanksgiving. No, I was playing. So I think also that time of the year is also when you find out that your friends can bake. Like I've had some friends who like made some different holiday desserts. I'm like, I didn't know that you could do anything. I thought the only thing you could order was or make was reservations.
I have like this really quick like chocolate toffee brittle that I make.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Literally only takes me like 15 minutes to make.
Okay.
Simple ingredients, but you would think it's like high quality stuff I'm giving you.
Yo, the next year when we have our podcast Kickback, yo, she gonna make it for us, all right?
I will, and it's cheap, so that's I'm like,
all right. Hey, it's in the budget.
It's in the budget.
Let's go.
It's not cheap. It's just thoughtful.
All right, so to get out of here, I want to ask you real quick.
Okay.
So I think we've been like going through these discussions recently on social media. People have been asking like, what are some of the words and phrases that we just literally want to retire from the culture? Like we don't need it anymore. Like it's good, you know. And I've had some great feedback. People have like one lady put on fleek. But I feel like... Well,
actually, I am going to go with her with that, on fleek.
Yeah, but I feel like that's been retired for a while.
It has.
Like, that might have to come out of retirement to get retired. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a couple of words that I use that I probably should retire, but it makes me who I am.
So tell me real quick, why do you think on fleek should be retired?
Because it don't even make no sense.
Yeah. Like anybody who says that now, you feel like they had like come out of a time capsule of ice. Like they're the Captain America.
To be cool. Like, oh, I heard this was the cool word back in the day, and then you use it, you're like,
nah, we're good here.
Yeah.
So on fleek, and what, you had a word too. What was it?
I said YOLO only because it just makes me upset. I actually like to use, you only live once, and then Drake came out with YOLO, and then it made me mad. So.
The faith background in me has to come out. We like, well, if you love the Lord, you're going to live twice. Because one day we will, But I'm just going to say that. But you only live once, I feel like also makes people do reckless things. Mm-hmm. So that's what I don't like about it. And I want us to move away from it. Because it's like, people are like, you only live once. I'm about to do the cinnamon challenge. Like, no, you should never do that. So I'll say this. Mine is, it is what it is.
But it is what it is.
I cannot stand that. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you, the sisters out here, brothers, we use it all the time when we want to end a conversation and we have no comeback. We'll be like, she'll be like, so why don't you want to communicate it? You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, It doesn't mean anything. It's filler. It's saltine crackers. Like, it gives you no nutritional value. We need to retire. It is what it is from the culture. I'm voting for it. I stand by it. I
disagree, but that could be a conversation another day.
So, listen, guys, we've had a great time with you. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I'm not gonna say seasoned greetings because I know it's somebody's auntie or grandma out there be like, no, baby, it's Merry Christmas.
Right.
Only season I know is Lowry's. So all we're gonna do is just let y'all know that we appreciate you, and we will see you soon. Happy holidays!